Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hi, Jasmine. Sweet Rita, welcome in. Hi, Lala. Hey, Nisha, Rising. Margaret. Hello, hello. Hopefully, everyone's having a good Saturday. Hey, Smiley. It's okay. Sometimes people call me Lena. That's okay. Let me see here. Where are we? Ignore Nightbot. Nightbot is going crazy. Hey, James. Mature, welcome in. Hey, Ray. Okay, let's get this started. This is for Sweet Rita. Sweet Rita. I'm getting a yes. Ace of Wands. I think a wink is a pretty big deal. It's very flirty. We vibes. I'm getting a no, we vibes. I have the 5 of Cups. Nisha. Nisha, I'm getting a yes. 4 of Wands. I'm just going to open my cards here. Give me 1 second, Lala. I'm trying to... I keep getting reversals, and I don't typically read in reversals unless they fly out that way, but I think my deck is just mixed up, so I'm trying to fix it real quick. I think I accidentally put them back in the deck upside down. All right, there we go. All right, this is for Lala. I'm getting a no. 10 of Swords, Lala. I'm getting a yes. Smiley. Ace of Cups. So I have a maybe again, James. I have the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Which way are we leaning if we were to say yes or no? I'm leaning towards a yes, but again, I don't think it's clear yet. So between last night and today, I don't think she has decided. Rising Storm. Rising Storm getting a yes. 4 of Cups. Mature. I'm getting a no. The Death card. Ray. Ray, I'm getting a yes. Ace of Cups. It sounds like with that card, Ray, that it's probably a good thing, not a bad thing. But again, it's just a yes or no question. So iPhone called you, Lena. That's funny. I actually had something funny happen the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen her come in here before, but her name's Sarifa. And I got a new iPad. And whenever I say Sarifa, my iPad thinks I'm saying Siri. And so it'll start talking to me when I'm talking to her. And it's just hilarious what phones will do. My PayPal. Let me pull that up for you 1 second. All right, posted my PayPal smiley for you. It's in the chat now. Lotus Bean, I am doing yes, no questions tonight. Misha, yay. We Vibes, I'm not sure. I went with the first thing that I heard or that I saw. But I do believe Spirit knows what you're asking. So even though your birthday's on the 13th and you accidentally put 12th, I still think the answer remains the same. Oh, Lala, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, Ten of Swords talks about hardships and things coming to an end, difficulties coming to an end. So happy to hear that. You're welcome, sweet Rita. Lotus Bean. No, I'm getting a no, Lotus Bean. Right now, 5 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Hey, SB, welcome in. I did see you donated. I'll be updating the list momentarily. You're welcome, Rising. I am getting a yes for To Be the Star. Zoe, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Hey, IJ. Hey, Daisha. Okay, thanks, dear. Because yesterday I got Ace of Pentacles of her reaching out this month, so let's hope. Oh, okay. Maybe it just won't be on your birthday day, maybe. Maybe it'll be like after that or something. Hey, Margaret. You're welcome, Mature. Zoe, I have a no. I have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, for sure. You're welcome. We Vibes. Have a good day. I am getting a yes, IJ. Ace of Cups. Emmy, I'm getting a... I'm getting a maybe. Are we leaning towards yes or no, please? Yes or no? Not yet. Emmy, I think this person will eventually do this, but I don't think they're currently doing it. So I'm going to say no for now. Daisha. You're welcome, IJ. I am getting a yes, Daisha. 10 of Pentacles. You're welcome, guys. All right, we have about 4 minutes left of the free list. Then we will be moving on to donations. I recently posted the donation list in the chat so everyone can see where they are. I do have the option to either hold your spot or to skip the line. It's $5 to do so. The only thing is that I did have some pre-orders tonight, so you would not be able to skip ahead of them. So you'd have to decide if it's worth it for you to do that or not. All right, let's see. About 3 minutes left of the free list if anyone wants to get any last minute yes no's in. We are doing the giveaway tonight. We had a winner last night. So we're going to do it again as well. I try to do this as often as I possibly can, so that way everyone gets as much of an opportunity as possible. Smiley, I also got your donation. Fiza, yes, you can. But post it pretty quickly because we're going to be moving on soon. Hey, Rashima, welcome in. All right, we're going to wrap up these last 2 questions here and then move on to donations. So I'm going to go ahead and put free list closed in the chat now. Get your last minute questions in. Margaret. Margaret, I am getting a yes, 10 of cups for you. Rashima. I don't think so, Rashima. I have the 7 of cups. This is a no for me. It could be the date that you're asking about. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get it or it's not going to happen. It just might be the wrong time. New car. Yeah, I got you. Okay. So free list closed. We are still keeping the giveaway open. That typically stays open the entire live stream until I close all my lists. So if you want to participate, make sure that you like this video. And once I hit 25 likes, we will be doing a giveaway. You are welcome, Rashima. Fiza, because you came in before the list closed, I'm going to answer your question. Fiza, I'm getting a yes, 9 of cups. This usually talks about wish fulfillment. So if there's things that you've been wanting to happen, this is a good way to go, that you will be able to achieve your goals through this process. You're welcome, Rashima. You're welcome, Margaret. Okay, James. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, guys. You're not hearing me for a reason. All right. This is for James. Okay, so James, the first thing that's coming through to me, I'm being very like taken and honed in on the judgment card under intentions. So that tells me that she wants to kind of make things better with you, make things right, make things better. I think she's had some time to think this over. Thoughts and feelings. We have Page of Wands and Four of Swords. And she's in a place of like trying to look at things from a different perspective and saying like I need to just take a step back and like reassess or take a breather or reanalyze. That's kind of been the mindset that she has been in. I would say the last couple of days. Page of Wands is always looking at things from a different perspective. It's Sagittarius energy. It's the energy of getting myself out there, pulling myself out of the situation so I'm not too close to it and trying to look at it from a different angle. And the Four of Swords is like taking a breather, taking a break, just really letting things kind of process and digest. Could have been feeling like emotions were a bit heightened. Wands can tend to be a very fiery energy, and the Judgment card here indicates like wanting to make things better. Judgment's like absolution, forgiveness, clarity, just trying to kind of maybe come back from the whole falling apart situation. The Justice card indicates that no matter what she's doing here with you, she's trying to be honest. She's trying to be fair to you. She's trying to be straightforward and direct, and she's trying not to keep anything hidden from you and just put it all out on the table. Justice is like essentially like, I just want to do what's fair for everyone here involved. And I want to be completely transparent. Let's see. Are there any blocks? Are there any blocks? Are there any influences? So I'm not getting that there are any influences right now. I have the moon, but the block, which we typically don't have blocks here, but this one is showing the King of Swords. So this indicates to me that we're very much in our head. We're very much thinking like head over heart. What is logical? She's really trying to avoid her feelings about this. Maybe because her feelings have lately been very all-consuming, and she is just feeling very overwhelmed by all of her feelings. I'm not sure why she's so like trying to detach herself from her emotions here. But this could be a block because again, King of Swords is very analytical, very thoughtful, very like mentally focused. And that kind of seems to be that her, as we mentioned, her overthinking could be getting in the way of this connection. So that could be serving as a block. Overall energy, we have Four of Pentacles. This indicates to me that despite whatever is happening, she's like, I don't want to let you go. That's what she's saying to you, James. I'm not ready to let you go. I want to do everything I can to make sure that we can keep doing this. But I think that she felt like this obligation as well to just be completely cards on the table, transparent with you. But she's holding on to you and she's saying, like, I don't want to lose you. I'm not ready to walk away. So that is what I have for your 6th card, James. Let me know if you formulated your mini reading question. James, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but maybe you're formulating your question. I just was wanting to let you know that I'm ready for your next question whenever you are. Okay, perfect. How does our relationship feel like in July? It's our official commitment. Okay, let's see. What does the relationship feel like in July? Is there official commitment? His boyfriend, girlfriend. What's going on in July for James, please? Will there be commitment? Will there be commitment? Oh, funny. So James, well, I guess not so funny, but not haha funny, but interesting funny. I think that despite whatever's been going on, I still don't think that's really thrown off your timeline that much. I have a lot of great cards. I have like the Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, the Magician. And so I feel like Spirit is saying like this is still attainable. This is still accessible. Maybe not June. Maybe some things have come up for her and she's pushed her timeline back. But I don't think this is enough of a setback for you guys for you to think that it's completely impossible for you guys to be in a committed relationship. She might need some time. I think July, considering the things that have been brought to light, the things that she's been dealing with, it might be still too soon. I don't know if June is going to be enough time. But I think you're still getting there. And like I said, I don't think it's enough of a setback for you to completely like go, oh, this isn't going to happen. It's just never going to happen. I think that it still will. And I think that it still will, like, maybe even over the summer at some point. Maybe July is too soon, maybe more like August. So July is looking peaceful. It almost feels like she starts shifting gears. It's like maybe she's moving around some stagnant energy within her and just getting things out there, just speaking things out loud, just doing, the energy work that you're doing and whatever else personally healing wise that I'm not even privy to. I feel like it's kind of loosening things up in her. And I think that sometimes when things are just weighing really heavy on us, we just need to get it out. We just need to get it out. And we realize like how, if it sucks still, like even after we talk about it, it's still kind of like a sucky feeling. But once we get it out there, then that's when the healing can start because we got to get it out of us, right? In order for us to be able to heal from it. So I think that this may have just been a big block for her holding it in for so long. And so I think just being more open, being more vulnerable, being more communicative. Here we've got a lot of swords energy. I feel like that's indicating to me that this could be what's helping your relationship. So spirit's kind of like, it's not, don't like focus too much on what it looks like from the outside because it's not exactly that. It's not what it looks like. This is like sometimes the hard part is going to allow us for the healing, the growth after the storm, so to speak. So I think July is good. I think you guys are spending time together. We do have the Four of Swords that indicates like maybe more one-on-one time, less public appearances, but the Fool indicates like a new start and death transition. So I feel like something positive comes out of all of this and that July looks hopeful still and hopeful yet. As I mentioned before, I think due to what has recently transpired, I don't know if I would say July is like commitment month. But again, I don't think this was too much of a setback either because the Six of Wands talks about like celebration, victory, magician saying this is still attainable, this is still accessible for you. And it still feels like you're going to be feeling positive in July. No matter what happens, you're going to be feeling positive. So about the connection, or so I should say. So yeah, July is more like maybe bouncing back from this, maybe spending more one-on-one time together. Do I think it's completely impossible for you guys to be in a relationship in July? Absolutely not, because we're just in the first week of June. So if in this last week of July, that's almost 2 months away. So I think anything is possible. I don't know if I'd put money on it, but I think that, again, now I'm talking in circles. I still think that this is hopeful for you. These things are still accessible. But I guess I would put more confidence in a like August commitment. I still think that she needs more time. Jasmine, if you're here, if you want to check in with me, we are finishing up James's last reading for this turn. So if you're here, I see that I got a donation or two from you. So if you want to let me know what we're doing for you and how you want to go about your order, just let me know. Hey, Mazira, welcome in. I am not doing free. Yes, you're good. No worries. If you want to like the live stream and check back in a little bit, we will be doing a giveaway. Once I hit 25 likes, we will do a giveaway for a free tarot reading that will be redeemed tonight. Jasmine is here. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We all live in different time zones. Channel message for Jay and then in-depth love reading. Okay, Jasmine, as I understand it, you want your channeled message first. Does she want to eventually become your girlfriend? All right, let's see. Does Patty eventually want to become James's girlfriend? Yes, 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 yes. All right. I'm getting yeses all across the board here. You have so much fire. It's Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, and then the Magician. So this is her ultimate hope and wish. And I truthfully think she just like is trying to figure out a way to get there. I really do. Um she, as we know, without speaking too much about her personal life, has a lot to work through. I didn't realize how deep the situation goes, which would require her therapy. So I think that she needs to have like a lot more inner work, but there is no question. There's no question that she wants to be in a relationship with you. I think she just questions herself. And I think that that is definitely a theme that we have mentioned in the past. She's saying, I want to try. That's ultimately what I want. That's ultimately what I want to feel. That's where I want to be. Seven of Wands indicates that there's a lot that's going against her right now. And she's saying, despite it all, I still want this to be the goal. And I think, honestly, the emotions that have come through from her for you, one of them is just because she felt like guilt. And then the second thing is because I think she worries that by saying these things out loud, she loses that chance for happiness. She loses that chance of getting what she wants ultimately in the end because she knows that she's setting you free to make your own choices here despite this new information. And that's hard for her. And I think that's why it's taken her so long to even tell you this in the first place, because she doesn't want to lose you. She doesn't want you to have that choice to walk away. But I think that things were getting way too close and she was realizing like you guys were leading up to that point. And I think ultimately she just kind of scared herself and was like, whoa, I don't know. Like maybe I'm not as ready as I thought that I was. But I think this is what she wants, James. All of my cards here are yes cards, even with like a Seven of Wands or a Nine of Wands, which feels like challenging or conflicting or hesitant. It still is a yes. So, despite these feelings, it's like, this is what I ultimately want. If I had my choice, the Magician, if I had my say, this is what it would be. And if you were to take everything away, James, if you were to take away her trauma and all of the other stuff that she's going through, if you were to be able to erase all of that for her with the swift of your wand or whatever, if you could just miraculously erase all of that she's going through, she would have been in a relationship with you already. So I truly think that the hiccup here is like her own healing journey, her own process. I don't think it has anything to do with you or her wants to be with you. And I cut the deck and got the Two of Cups. James, let me know if that helps. If there's anything you need clarification on. And if not, I will move on to the next person. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you. I wish it was simple as a wave of the wand. Me too. I think I do have some tricks up my sleeve to accelerate the process. Good luck. I'm sending you a little salute emoji, James. All right, James. Thank you so much. We are going to move on to Jasmine. She's next on the list. So Jasmine, how this works is I channel for you. It can take anywhere from about 5 to 10 minutes for me to do this. I kind of zone in and just get as much information as I can. Once I'm done, I read the channeled message out loud to you, and I also can send you a copy of the channeling now that I have an iPad. Woo woo. Credit to my husband for that. If you would like a copy of it, you can get one. I just need you to let me know where you would like me to send it. It can be an email, and if it's an email, you can email me and I will reply with the message. Or if you follow me on Instagram, you can send me a quick message on there and I can send it via Instagram. If you don't want a copy, it's okay. You don't have to have a copy because either way, I'm going to read it out loud to you. After Jasmine's readings, we have Rising Storm. Rising Storm, you have a little bit of time. So if you want to take a quick break or something, you can do that. And then we'll just keep moving along here. Working on the channel message now for Jasmine. SB, yeah, of course. If you prefer, like if you want to do it like in incognito, you don't want to post it in the chat, you can email me or message me on Instagram. It's up to you. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Hmm. Um, Jasmine, we're about halfway done with yours. Jasmine, I'm getting the tea, girl. I'm getting the tea right now. Um, he is confirming some things. Okay, so yeah, yeah. I noticed he thought that he feels like he. Thank you, IS. He feels like this decision is on him. I don't think that he's really. He's struggling. He's struggling. Um, and I feel like I feel like he feels like this is his decision, and I think that if you can make it easy for him and kind of cut things off, this would be ideal because he's kind of struggling. But anyways, Jasmine, did you want Aspie? I got it. I got your questions via email. Um, Jasmine, did you want a copy of this channeling or did you just want me to read it? Now that I have an iPad, I can send my automatic writings to you guys if you want a copy of them. Yeah, he's struggling. Okay. So the only reason I ask if you want a copy is because I typically delete them after. So I'm just letting you know. So he says, I want to tell you the truth. I have feelings for you. I am tempted by you and I don't want to hide it. I'm struggling with these thoughts about you because I know that it puts us in a compromising position, but you are hard to resist to me. I've got this other thing going right now. I wouldn't say I'm taken. I guess you've turned my head and now I'm questioning things and I'm afraid what she will think. I haven't told her about you, but I think she has her suspicions because I'm not fully committing. Honestly, the stress from this is draining me and I feel very torn. I'm not sure what to do. It's just like she got to me first and I'm noticing you more and more. I feel worried I'm going to mess this up. I don't want to hurt anyone or make a bad move. Thank you, IS. Yes, I got it for my birthday. I never had one before, but I'm acclimating to it very quickly, using it a lot for my business. Yeah. Um, I know. Thank you, YS. It was about a week ago. Yeah, so I'm gonna let you digest that information. And we are going to move towards your in-depth reading. So when you said the love reading, you're wanting the love spread, right? The one where I do feelings, intentions, wants, energy, all that stuff. Yes, I am getting that he's interested in her as well. But how it's coming across to me is that she kind of made her moves on him first or something like that. Like, because he had said she got to me first. So that it made me feel like maybe if things were different or maybe if he started talking to you, um, things would be different. But I think he already kind of got himself a little bit involved there in that situation. He's just a big flirt, I think, and it is, I think, coming back to bite him when it comes to all of this. All right, in-depth love. Rising storm, are you here? We are 10 likes away from a giveaway. So if anyone else wants to like the live stream, once we hit 25, we'll be doing a free tarot reading giveaway tonight. Jay and Jasmine. Oh, yikes. Jay and Jasmine. Jay and Jasmine. Jay and Jasmine. How does he feel? His true intentions. What does he want? What does she want? Strengths, weaknesses. Energy around the relationship. What's hidden? Will the relationship be successful? Okay. So this is a love spread. So there's one card per position. So for how they feel, Four of Cups, their true intentions, Page of Pentacles, what you want, Ace of Pentacles, what they want, the Moon. What brings you together, Page of Cups, what pulls you apart, the Hierophant. Energy around the relationship, Three of Pentacles, what's hidden, Nine of Swords, and will the relationship be successful, Ace of Swords. So we're going to start with how they feel about you. So they're looking at you as a missed opportunity. They're looking at you as this new shiny thing. And he is like, I want that. I feel like initially this other person's attention was enough for them, and they were like, okay, let's roll with this. This is fun. But I think that you have just caught their eye, or his eye, and I think that he's worried about missing an opportunity with you. So that's how they're feeling right now. The true intentions here are Page of Pentacles. I think he's going to make a move. I think he's going to go for it. Page of Pentacles is basically just like waiting for the right opportunity. As far as what you want, I have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like your priority right now is your job. Your priority, because Pentacles talks about like finances and career and things like that. And you are pretty set, I feel, in your head about making sure that you feel secure within your career. So, um, when you say what, Jasmine, I don't know if you're just reacting or if you actually didn't hear me. So just let me know. Um, as far as what he wants, we have the Moon. So I feel like there's this air of like secrecy kind of with the Moon. It's kind of like, let's keep things kind of between you and me unless and until we know there's something more here. This also can talk about too, like his, I guess, inner feelings that he's hiding from you, and maybe this desire to tell you what he's thinking or what he's feeling. There is a lot of energy between the last, between the last channeled message, this one, and then the readings, I feel, where he keeps worrying about the past repeating itself. So maybe he has found himself in this position before. And I think it's like this craving to be aware of that, be aware of how things can go wrong. And he's desiring to make better choices. Um, I feel like he would prefer to have all the answers right now. He would prefer to know what the outcome will be before he jumps into it. But I think with the Moon here, he knows that probably is not the case. And I think ultimately he just wants to go with what his heart is telling him to do rather than what makes sense logically. Let's see. What brings you together? We have the Page of Cups. This is a messenger of love. So this is indicating lots of like crushes on one another, attraction towards one another, a kindling of feelings, daydreaming about each other, thinking about each other a lot. That's a strength in your connection. And then the weaknesses, what pulls you apart, is the Hierophant. So I would agree with you, Jasmine, that your morals and your values and your goals do not align with one another because you have your head on as far as like not letting things get messy, putting your work and your career as a priority. I do feel like he's willing to let these other things fall to the side so long as he can get what he wants out of it. So I just don't think that your values are aligning right now. The Hierophant always talks about, like, do you guys have the same moral compass? Do you guys have the same goals and ideas and plans and visions for the future? And the Hierophant here as a weakness would indicate no, that those things are not in aligned. So you're two very different people wanting different things, and maybe not trusting him is good for you because it's going to stop you from getting involved in something that maybe is not necessarily what you want or what you're looking for. Um, Energy around the relationship, we have third party energy at work. So, Three of Pentacles literally means three people at work. Three people at work. Um, so, you are three people at work. This is the energy around the relationship, is that it's like a triangle situation, and this might be interfering. Three of Pentacles also can interpret as like working together at work or things getting complicated because more than one person is involved here, but that's what I'm getting for energy around the relationship. What's hidden? We have the Nine of Swords. Again, there's a lot of messages here about focusing on the past, not wanting the past to repeat itself, the past conditioning affecting present behavior, things like that. So I question here, what lessons has he learned? Maybe what you need to know is that even though he wants to be a better person, remove yourself from the situation. Even though he wants to be a better person, he's finding himself in similar situations. And has he learned his lesson, I guess, is the question. Will the relationship be successful? So I think that there's different aspects to a relationship. There's a physical one, there's a friendship one, there's a romantic one, there's a mental one, and all of these different things together form a committed relationship. I think you guys are very stimulating to one another mentally. And I think that when it comes to having conversations with each other, flirting, thinking about one another, I think that you guys are really good at that. I just worry about the other elements missing, I guess is what I'm wondering. Like, is this just a crush? Um, wow, isn't that a song from like the 90s? It's just a crush, just some little thing. It's not like everything I do depends on you. I don't know, there's a song there. But I think that it would require more conversation, Jasmine, to know whether or not this is a successful relationship. I think you would have to dig further into who he is, find out what he's thinking, find out if you can trust him, find out if he's a stand up person. I think that's all going to come through communication with him. I don't think that's something that is just like you're going to just know. I think it's going to require more investigation. And, of course, if you remove yourself from the situation, then you don't have to worry about it. But that is what I have, Jasmine, as far as your love spread. All right, next up we have Rising Storm. Yeah, that's a tough one, Jasmine. It's tough because I feel like he's interested in you, but at the same time, is this a one-off thing? You know, the fact that it keeps going past is affecting present behavior. Has he learned from the past? Yada, yada, yada. It makes me think that this could be a common thing for him. And that's what I worry about a little bit. And then the other thing is, so I lost my train of thought. Hold on. If he's going to do this to someone else, could he just as easily get bored with your conversation and move on to someone else, I guess? So it's like, do you really want to stick your neck out there? Um, Sometimes we don't know until we go into the belly of the beast, but if your intuition is telling you to remove yourself or to, keep to yourself, then I think follow that because your intuition is right first and foremost. Okay. I sent a message to Rising, so we're going to go ahead and get started on hers. I'm not sure if she... Oh, hey. Hey, Rising. Welcome in. We are shuffling for you now. Okay, so um I feel like whatever happened, Rising, this was like quick. So either that means that it was a short trip, that means that it was like a quick drop off, leave, whatever, or it was a surprise visit. It was something that happened like unexpectedly. I have the 8 of Wands here. So, and it could have been both. It could have been like a brief visit and also like she stopped by randomly unannounced, or it could be split up. It could just be a brief trip or she showed up unannounced. But for whatever reason, the 8 of Wands indicates to me something happening like quickly, suddenly, or unexpected. I don't think that there was any kind of confrontation, any issues at all. I have the 4 of Swords, which indicates like typically a peaceful interaction, and 5 of Cups here, as well as the 10 of Swords. When I specifically asked, was there an argument or disagreement? And I got a no. So if you don't know and you're just asking, I'm getting a no. So that's what I'm picking up on, is that this was a fairly cordial / civil interaction between them. I feel like they both were taking the high ground in this interaction. So I think they were both just trying to, I guess, be peaceful with one another, maybe for the first time. The 7 of Swords indicates to me that while they were both taking the high ground and trying to be peaceful, there was like underlying feelings that they were holding back. So the 7 of Swords indicates that you're not being fully transparent or 100% yourself. You're not showing up authentically to one another. And so this means that maybe for the sake of keeping the peace, they just bit their tongue. They just kept thoughts and feelings to themselves. Um, but it seems like a very quick interaction. I don't know how long she was there. Maybe you can clarify for me. But the Seven of Swords talks about, like, the Eight of Wands is like she came in fast, and then Seven of Swords she snuck away. So maybe she like made a break for it. So either she was in a hurry to leave, or maybe like baby boy, or yeah, I'm just saying baby boy. I don't know if they have a boy or a girl, but um maybe he was sleeping or something when she dropped him off, and maybe she was like, okay, I'm gonna sneak out of here so he doesn't see me or something like that. I don't know, but it just feels like a quick encounter. Did you have any follow up to that reading before I move on? You said, yeah, she showed up, but she didn't stay long. Okay. That's what I thought. I did get a yes earlier today. Um, but I can't remember what card it was, or I'd be able to elaborate. Maybe it wasn't in person. Maybe it was like via text or something, or a phone call. Um, the issue is that I think that you're a sore subject. So I don't think that they try to like bring you up very often. I think it's a topic of a disagreement and argument. Um, but there was some element of you being present in their interaction. So um it could just be that she's salty. It could just be that, what is the spirit? It could be that maybe they've had a recent disagreement about you or about him dating, and this was never resolved. So now you have like the residual effects of that uncomfortable feeling. And so, like, let me try to paint a picture real quick. When you have an argument with someone, thank you, Jasmine. When you have an argument with someone or a disagreement, there's like a little bit of like a falling out. And if you don't come to a resolution, then you guys are just on weird terms with one another. And that's what I feel like is going on with them, is they're on weird terms. So even if you weren't brought up in the sense of like your name, I think that there's still residual feelings left because there's no resolve here, and they're on a weird term. I think that um she likes to use you as a way to bring about drama. Yeah. So it's like you're there. It's like your essence is there surrounding them. Um But I don't know if you were directly brought up, but I think that like it's, I don't know, it's like still affecting their connection. Um all right, let me see what his actions are. What are his actions? Rising, I'm pulling cards for you. If only you could see me. But I caught myself because I was turning my nose up at these cards. I was like scrunching my nose up and like, ugh, like disdain. Like, I don't know. I don't like these cards myself. So the one thing I'm kind of honing in on is the moon and the two of wands in this reading. Um, we also have the Knight of Wands. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, Hierophant, and Strength. So the way that they're laid out, though, I'm not a fan of it. So as far as next actions, like I have feelings of like him continuing to be vague with you. The moon, not being clear, not being transparent, things being muddled or cloudy and still confusing. So his intentions of being vague with you. We have the Two of Wands, which indicates he's in the middle of whether he should stay or he should go. He's still in this wave of making decisions for himself, but hasn't really chosen, hasn't really decided. Still thinking, deliberation. Um, you said he's been that way. He's been getting readings on your channel. I was actually going to ask you that earlier. I was going to ask you, actually, before I started talking about you being a sore subject to them, I was going to ask you if he's come back to get readings from you. Because I see with the Wheel of Fortune, usually talks about cycles. And when I see it, it makes me feel like he's still in that cycle. He's still going to do the same things that he's been doing. Not ready to make changes just yet. I'm trying to see if I can pull any other information from this. So, what they're telling me is that his soul, his higher self, has this deep feeling and knowing that he can't go back to how things were for him. He can't enter this relationship with his ex again. You know, the phrase can't step into the same river twice. We can't go back. We can't do this again. And I feel like deep down he knows that. I think that deep down he knows this is over. This is never going to work. This is never going to be a thing. And I feel like his inner conscience is telling him this. But I think time and time again, he defies that inner knowing and he ignores it and he avoids it. And so I think at this time, that's essentially what he's dealing with is, am I going to confront what I already know? Thank you, Spirit. Am I going to confront what I already know? Or am I just going to keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again? And with the Knight of Wands, it indicates that he's still in this impulsive energy of just doing things for instant gratification. So whatever he feels is right. And the sad part is that I feel like he had hit a turning point. I feel like he was learning his lessons, and I feel like things were starting to make sense. He was starting to come through for you in a real way, and he was like making an effort more. Well, we'll say not exactly the way you would have wanted, but at least more than what he had in the past. And then something clicked, something happened. I don't know if he just fell victim, he got weak, I don't know what the fuck, but now it's like, what's going to make me feel good right now? And all I can say is cold feet, chickening out, that kind of thing. And so now he's in this place right now of, am I going to avoid what I already know, or am I going to confront it? And I think this impulsive behavior is just a comfort zone for him, and he's like kind of starting to retreat back into his old ways. It's kind of like like an addict almost, where they do so good and they stay clean for so long, and then something happens that triggers them and they revert back to old habits. And now that he has to rebuild from there, and unfortunately, you're like along for the ride, which I hate, but that's kind of what I'm feeling for him. Again, I am grateful that I was not the person that had to tell you. That's another person told you, but it's still unfortunate because when you see someone doing so well and you're like rooting for them. So, he knows. If you want to know, he knows. He knows that this is not right for him. He knows it doesn't feel in alignment. It feels icky, for lack of better words. It feels cringy, even. He knows deep down that this is not for him. It's just where he feels comfortable right now. So he's going to continue to be vague, continue to be hidden, and continue on this cycle right now. You're welcome, Rising. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, so next up we have SB. Let me pull up my email. After SB, we have IJ. Thanks again, Rising. Have a good night. After SB, we have IJ, then we have Smiley, then Jasmine again. SB, if you're here, feel free to check in with me. Um, so SB, in regards to your first question, we're just going to go in order 1, 2, 3, 4, just so this makes sense for you. Um, First question about the intentions of this person. I'm kind of laughing because as I was shuffling, I was like, okay, tell me about this person, spirit, like what are these intentions, yada yada yada. And like before I was even ready for to you know get cards for you or whatever. I'm just like shuffling. All of a sudden, this card flies out while I'm shuffling, not actually like ready for spirit to give me an answer yet. I'm just like kind of tapping into the energy. And this card flew out and it was just like, no, that's like the only thing I saw. It was a 5 of cups and it was just like, no. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a mental note of that, but I'm gonna put it back in the deck and then we'll like really get started here in a second. And I understand. I feel like that was not coincidence. I feel like spirit is just saying no, just no, just write this person off. That's a very strong opinion to give to you in a reading, but I feel like with these cards, this is I don't think this person is worth your time. Um so let's just say I've got the 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups, Hangman, Death, 5 of Wands, and High Priestess. Spirit is saying follow your intuition on this. Um Maybe your gut is telling you like it didn't work out the first time, it's not going to work out this time, what is even the point? um like essentially if this person didn't see you as a catch right away, is he just bored, is he just looking for someone to talk to, like what's his deal? And I feel like your gut is kind of like, I don't even know if like this is even worth it. And I see here that he's entertaining multiple people. We have the 3 of Cups. I feel like the intentions are to serve himself first above anything else. 9 of Swords indicates that this might leave you feeling, again, like not pursued, not fully in this, not fully focused on you because he's distracted by other people and other things. The Hangman indicates his intentions of delay, pause, in and out energy. 5 of Wands indicates conflict. And I feel like with High Priestess saying like it's important for you to follow your gut on this. So I'm now pulling the Hermit, and that's telling me to tell you to do some more contemplation on this person. Use your own judgment, use your own discernment, but I don't think that there's really a future here with this person. Um, they might be fun to talk to. They might be cute. I'm not really sure. But my thing is I don't think this person's ready for something real, something serious. I'm not really getting a lot of good energy from this person, to be honest. I think there's going to be a lot of waiting around, questioning, wondering. And for all we know, he might pull the same stunt again where things didn't take off. They kind of just fizzle out. And you're kind of back to square one with this situation. So, um, feel free to see it through, but just know that I'm not getting the best cards here. I did go ahead and pull for your second question with a different deck as far as how does he feel. And the Hermit's coming through again. I do see that reunion. I see that reconciliation that you're mentioning and talking about here. 6 of Cups with the Judgment card. So maybe he's cleared the air. I'm not sure if I know that you said he resurfaced. I'm not sure if you were the one to contact him or if he contacted you or not. Yeah, listen to your gut, girl. I just don't think there's enough to go on here. So yeah, if you want to change your second question, I'm ready for it. Perfect. All right, second question. You guys are still in communication, right? So I think I don't know, I just keep getting this message of like he thinks that things are going well. Like, or I guess you should say things he thinks things are going fine. Um I don't really know if he's picking up on the same thing that you're picking up on, or if he realizes that you're noticing maybe a shift or something like that. Because I know that you said you can tell he's getting lazy, so maybe he doesn't realize that you're feeling that way. Because from his side of things, it looks pretty good. I mean, I do see Two of Pentacles and him feeling kind of like maybe sometimes things are more in flow, more in flux. Maybe conversation seems to be going really well sometimes, and other times it's a bit slower. But maybe he's just attributing that to day to day responsibilities in life. I see here he's still invested in this with you. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Um, you're a very engaging person, SB. So I don't know why you're coming through as the Queen of Swords, but um, and Queen of Swords is a great card, but it's not as warm as like a Queen of Cups or an Empress would be. And usually you come across that way. So I don't know if maybe you've pulled back your energy, feeling like he's pulling back his energy. That could potentially be a thing. But I feel like overall he thinks things are going okay. So I don't really know if he's noticing what you're noticing. We have the Ace of Cups. So, like, he's still kind of in this, it seems. He's coming through as the King of Cups. Um, if things have gone quiet or if things aren't as communicative as they were before, I don't think that he's looking or reading into this as much. It seems like I don't know, for some reason I just keep getting like he thinks things are fine. He thinks things are good. Um, I think he's happy with the way things are going. Um, you said maybe it's you had a weird day yesterday and today. Maybe so, because I feel like he's still invested here. Um, his energies are just like, yeah, things are going good. Like things are fine. Like, which is interesting because I don't know what I was expecting, but he's over here like da. Um, yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting. But okay, so now that we understand that, let's look into uh what steps he'll take here. What steps will he take? So, SB, just to kind of touch base on your first question while I'm shuffling, were you already feeling kind of like put off by this person and kind of like, I don't really know? Were you kind of already feeling like maybe this is a non starter? Is that already what you were thinking to yourself? What steps will he take towards her? What steps will he take towards her? He kept matching with you. You remember the second time he said something random you didn't like, you just ended it. This time it seemed fine and more direct with what he was looking for, but honestly, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Because I was like, I think she's just put off by him. I was like, I just don't even know if like she's interested in this at all. And again, I was trying really hard to focus on when I ask. I try to focus specifically on the question at hand. So I'm like, what is he? What is his intentions? What is he? This, that, whatever. But I was getting in the reading, I kept pulling on your energy, and I was like, I think that she might just like have an ick for him. I don't know. Um, so SB, as far as your third question, like what steps is he taking? He's trying to win you over. That's one thing I'm getting. So because I have the magician and the five of swords here, so he's saying like I'm gonna win. I'm gonna try to win her over. I feel like he's saying I want this to go. I want this to be natural, a natural progression. I was trying. I feel like he was like I want this to go in a natural progression or like move forward, but I feel like he's trying not to be overbearing, Johan, or what was his name? You referred to him as Kane, I think. Um, I feel like he's just trying to get to know you. I agree. I definitely agree. He's a very chill energy. Because I'm like, what do you want, dude? Like, what do you want? And he's just like, whatever. But I think that he is very much invested in you. The Seven of Pentacles is coming through again. So I think that even though he acts very like relaxed on the surface, I think his feelings are deeper than that for you. So or his interest is deeper than that. Maybe feelings is too strong of a word. You said Jay is more sweet. You have a lot of pentacles in your reading. A lot of pentacles. So this is indicating like him being extremely down to earth, very grounded. I see him showing up as a King of Pentacles again, saying like mature, down to earth, offering like stability, security. See, I think that this is the type of person that I will say, if not him, then someone like him would be really good for you because he's going to communicate with you. He's going to be direct, but he's not going to try to push himself on you, try to sell himself on you. He's not like here to try to influence your decision either way. He's like, if you take me, you take me. If you don't, you don't. But I'm here chilling. Like, I'm happy to just get to know you. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to be here. Like, that's essentially what he's like. I'm happy to be here. I'm getting almost like golden retriever energy for some reason for him. Just like, if you want me around you, I'm good with that. Like, I'm happy to be here. So I feel like his intentions are to win you over. I think he wants to not come across inauthentic, like fake. I feel like he feels like if he's too eager, it's going to come across, again, we're going to use the word off-putting. And I feel like that he's trying to avoid coming across like that way. He's saying, I want to show up as me. I want her to see who I really am. I don't want to give all this like fluff and all this like BS in the beginning and then have to like hold up that type of ideal that she's, or that standard that she has me at, because that's how I started this thing off, even though that's not how I really am. I just want her to know, to see who I am from the start. Take it or leave it kind of thing. He's very like calm, cool, casual, confident in himself. You said he has golden skin and brown gold hair. Oh my god, that's so funny. Um, yeah, definitely. It's funny you say that because I'm like, why am I getting like surfer vibes? Now, that doesn't mean he's a surfer, but do you know how like there's people that, you know, like that stereotypical surfer dude type of mentality, just like, yeah, man, like it's chill, it's whatever. Like, I don't know. I just get that energy from him. So, he's here for you. Like, I think he likes being in your company. He likes talking to you. Um, you know, his ego is not super strong. He's confident, but I don't think that he is going to be offended by you either way. And I think that he's just here saying, like, I'm here. Like, if you want me around you, I'm good with that. Let's keep talking. Let's keep getting to know each other. So I think that he really wants you to like him. I do. So let's look at your last question. All right. So IJ, you are next. You can post if you are ready, or ignore that. I put you can post if you are reading, but just ignore. I meant to say if you're ready. And then last question for SB here. You were reading. Were you reading, waiting for your turn? That's so funny. You can post if you are reading. I don't think there's any mistakes ever. Sometimes spirit will just like make me say things and I'm not like, wait, that was not what I was planning on saying. And look at how it resonates. Okay, I have your questions, IJ. All right. So, why is with my dad? I'll try to be calm. Yeah. So, SB, I'm getting applause, pat on the back. You did well. I have the Page of Cups and Seven of Wands. This indicates like you meant what you said, and you weren't going to back down from that. Seven of Wands is like, I'm standing up for my beliefs. This is what I feel is right. This is what I want as, you know, the authority in this situation. I'm being protective. Even though you're challenging me, I'm going to stand my ground. But the Page of Cups coming out with it indicates that you were trying to do it from like a loving position. You were trying to do it with a sense of compassion and sensitivity, because I really don't think you were trying to offend or be like, you know, because I'm getting kind of the sense that he was probably like, you know, I raised you and you're fine, you turned out fine, yada, yada, yada. And like probably taking it personally, almost like an offense or an attack on him. I can almost see that. And I feel like for you, you were sensitive that you probably already knew that something like that could happen. And so you were already coming from a place of offense too. Um, I don't know, maybe he said he pouted and caused a huge scene. I didn't get to sleep after. I'm so sorry. Um, I don't think this behavior surprised you at all, but I could be wrong. But I feel like you did what you were supposed to do out of protection and safety. You were they are saying you maintained control, because I think that you could have easily flipped the script and said, and freaked out and being like, never mind, you're not gonna have him, you're not gonna take him, yada yada yada, or like just be like, forget it, like I'll just, you're not gonna listen to me or do what I say, and like just like freak out, right? It definitely could have gone way worse. Okay, Smiley, it could have gone way worse, and I feel like the reason that it didn't is because you handle things with such grace. Let me see what advice we have moving forward here. What advice do we have moving forward? The Empress. So Spirit is saying your son was so sad after he didn't get to a soccer practice. I'm so sorry. Poor baby. Yeah, not only that, but like that's not okay to do in front of him, But that just shows we can't heal our parents. They have to heal themselves, and if they don't have the tools to help them emotionally regulate, there's nothing we can do for them. I truly feel like we're the parents in this generation of like realizing the difference between emotionally regulating for ourselves versus taking it out on someone else, because we can't figure out how to control our emotions. Oh my gosh. Of course he did. Crazy. So the advice that I have is none. The Empress is here. You're the mom. What you say goes. Period. Period. And there needs to be a level of respect to that. There's nothing you can do to control his reaction, but you're the authority figure here. This is your say, this is your choice. You don't want to play by my rules, then that's fine, but you're not going to have access to my kid. So Spirit is over here like, you did what you were supposed to do. Like, advice moving forward, there's nothing you should do. You do not need to apologize. You do not need to clear the air. Like, you're the mom, the Empress. So I don't want you to feel bad about the situation. This is all on him. How easy would it have been to go, okay, you're right. Let me go ahead and buckle him in. How easy would that have been? This is not on you. And I feel like Spirit saying let go of any kind of guilt or responsibility that you feel about the situation. If you feel any at all, you need to let it go, because this is not about, this is not on you to have to carry that around. Did you have any follow up to that? Okay, perfect. You're welcome. Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Okay. You're welcome. Have a good night. Thank you guys for leaving your questions with me. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm skipping some people. Lala, I've got you too. Hold on. Thank you guys for leaving your questions with me. I appreciate that. If you don't think you're going to stick around, it's very helpful. It keeps the line moving and we're not spending extra time waiting that we don't need to be. It's mindful of my time, your time, everyone's time. So really appreciate that. So the list here should be SB. No, wait. I keep messing up, guys. I already did SB. Hold on. Maybe I should double check before I post. Maybe that would be a good idea. Okay, so we have IJ and then Jasmine, then Smiley. Smiley says she wants to be after Jasmine. Then after that, we have Lala for what looks like a BOGO, and then I have Tina. So if I'm missing anyone, let me know, but hopefully that list is correct now. All right, cool. Now IJ. Okay, IJ. First question, how has NF been feeling as she's been watching this weekend? Okay. How's NF feeling as she's watching this weekend? She's watching IJ. Okay. So IJ, I'm still pulling cards, but like I'm getting words like synthesize, immerse, um, like integrate, things like that. Like synergy. It's essentially like a fusion of like seeing what you're doing, what you and just feeling very much like immersed in what it is that you're doing, just very interested. Um, and maybe potentially, I know, right? And maybe even potentially like utilizing what you're posting in like a way to help her in her life, like maybe the word inspire is coming through, inspiring her to do things that you're doing, or I don't know, but there's just like a deep interest, I feel like here with you. We have the Empress. So it's like whatever you're doing is like, or saying, I don't know if it's like quotes or if like you're sharing wisdom or whatever, but it's like really resonating for her. And it's making her feel elevated, enlightened. It's food for thought, or there's just something here that's making her feel very much immersed in like what it is that you're saying and you're doing, and how does it apply to me? How does it apply to my life? So essentially, it seems like there's like some profound nuggets or something like that here. I don't know if there's like excerpts that you're sharing or quotes or just maybe food for thought or or I don't know what this is, but it's making her feel very much involved, even from behind a screen. Um, and I feel like she's really liking it. So we have the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups can talk about, you've been sharing all of that. Okay. Ace of Cups talks about like igniting this type of emotion in someone or making them feel a certain way. So there's definitely like you bringing about certain feelings within her after like looking at your content or what it is you've been posting or what it is that you've been sharing, looking at you as a King of Cups, a very enlightened person with just very, I don't know, I keep hearing wisdom, like a lot of like wise things to say, to share, someone in touch with their emotional side, maturity, um, groundedness. Like that's essentially like what she's looking at you as, and someone who's very much in touch with their intuition as well. Maybe even intelligence almost. You have multiple middle names, Solomon. Yeah. You've cards here like 10 of Cups, like feeling what you're saying, understanding what you're saying. And it almost feels like to her that you're speaking to her. I don't know why, but she's like, "Are you speaking to me? Are you talking to me through your posts?" Um, it feels like it's almost like I'm meant to see these things. Like it's meant for me, or um or I was meant to see this. I don't know, something along those lines. Two middle names. My husband's brother has two middle names too. I've always thought that was cool. Okay. You feel that she's pulling on your energy at times. What is she looking for? You absolutely do at times. What is she looking for when she pulls on his energy, please? What is she looking for? What is she looking for? So, IJ, there's something about your energy that helps her understand herself better. Um, I know that we kind of touched on a little bit like this comparison thing that she does at times, but I think that when she thinks about you, it's almost like she rehearses in her head, like, what would he do in this moment? Or what would he tell me in this moment? Or maybe even like daydreaming or thinking about a memory or a past interaction. And so I think sometimes when her mind is heavily on you, that is that energy that you feel pulling at you. I think on occasion it's a desire for you to reach out and check in on her. But I think that you do that often enough. Most of the time, it's just like, okay, so I'm gonna give you an example that Spirit is showing me, and I'm hoping that it's half baked here. So just bear with me because I don't think this is a fully processed thought. But what they're showing me is my connection with my husband. I am very much like scattered in my head, all in my thoughts. a million different things going at once. I have a million tabs open. I'm just a very airy Gemini, scattered brain type of person. I do not ground myself nearly as much as I need to. My nervous system is crazy. I have trauma, like all kinds of stuff going up in here. And I do my best to heal. I do my best. But there is something about my husband's presence that immediately calms me. I can feel like literally at times when my anxiety is through the roof, I'm like, please come here, and I literally will just hold on to him. I will just like physically hold him. Like he is a grounding, very grounded individual. Holding on to him, holding his hand, touching him in any way feels like he's neutralizing my scatteredness. And it is the most insane thing that I've ever experienced, but it is real. It is as useful as going outside and putting my bare feet in the grass. He is that grounded. And where I think I'm going with this is that I think that she's similar to me in the sense that she's very much all over the place. And I think that channeling and pulling on your energy can help ground her. I think that um, something about you makes her feel calm, makes her feel grounded. And if she can't physically be with you, I think it's like tapping into your energy and thinking about you and imagining and visioning, it somehow makes her feel more at peace. There's the full circle thought. So I think that it's a little bit of everything, but I think mostly trying to find a way to dilute her thoughts and feel more at peace, feel more grounded, feel less anxious, because you have a very grounding presence to her. So I think she's just looking for um, stabilization, I suppose. And it's not that she's necessarily trying to call out to you and say, you know, be with me. I think it's just she's saying his presence is very calming, and what do I need in this moment? Um, and that's probably when you're feeling it. So so that totally resonates. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Because I was like, I feel like Spirit's showing me something, and I was like, I don't fully know where I'm going with this, but I'm just gonna, yeah. And that says a lot. That speaks volumes as far as like what and how she views you and like what you are to her. I actually feel that randomly through the day, especially in the evenings. That's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, sometimes I think maybe she's subconsciously hoping that you'll reach out to her. But as I say that, and I'm saying it again, I feel like she does feel like you check in on her enough. So I think it's more like thinking about him brings me peace. Something about him, just like the thought of him just really like calms me down. You're welcome. All right, so next up we have Jasmine. Jasmine, if you're here, I would love for you to check in with me. I have you down for an in-depth reading. Jasmine, if you're here, please check in with me. I think this is the first time. Hey Lala, let's do you. I was gonna say I have 4 people on my list, and I think this is the first time no one is here. So Lala, let's work on yours since you're here. You get to jump up the list, so that's cool. I have you down for a BOGO. Hey Tina, I got you, girl. I saw your question and you left it with me in, I believe, PayPal. So I was gonna actually work on yours if no one else checked in. So I'm gonna put you next, Tina. Okay, I'm gonna put you next. All right, so we have Lala, Tina, Jasmine, and then Smiley. So since you guys are here, I'll bump you up. If I have your question, I don't skip you. But if I don't, that I can't really do anything for you. So we have to move you down. All right. Oh, Smiley is here now. Okay. Let's rearrange this then. Ugh. Okay. Okay, this is for Lala. Lala, we're doing a BOGO for you, right? Oh, IJ, you're at the end, IJ. I also have you, sorry. Okay, so first question for Lala's BOGO. Why is Gideon blocking you energetically? Okay. Why is Gideon blocking Lala energetically? Okay, so the first thing I'm hearing is that he's saying that um, it has hurt you to involve you so much in everything that's going on. He's saying, I have brought you too much pain in this process. He's saying, I need to sort this out myself. I need to make decisions on my own because this has been too much for a hardship for you. And I feel like he's saying it's been unfair for you. He should not have put you through this. And I think the energetic disconnect is not necessarily intentional in the way that he's going, I'm going to remove myself energetically from her. I think it's just something that is subsequent to him having these thoughts of needing to um, not include you. And by not including you, it doesn't mean that he is not considering you, because he is considering you. I think that he's just saying it's already been too much on her. This is not fair for me to keep involving her, dragging her through this. I don't want to do that. And so he's showing up here as the emperor. And he's saying that, like, this is on me. And I need to, I guess, lace up my bootstraps. And I need to handle this business myself. And so I feel like it hurts you because you feel like you're not a part of this, or you feel like you're like, is he, where do I stand here? And I feel like for him, he's saying, you're so important to me that I don't want to involve you in this. I don't want to make this harder on you. I need to figure this out for myself. 100% Lala, I know. And what's so crazy is he feels like he's doing right by you by not communicating. He's saying, like, this is my battle. He's saying if I don't involve her, then she doesn't have to stress about this. She doesn't have to worry about this. He's not thinking about how this is affecting you in the sense that it's pretty much torture for you to not hear from him. He is thinking about this as, like, if I don't involve her, that's better for her in the end. And I know that's not true for you. I know for you it would be better to be, like, left in the loop, but him saying, like, this is my battle, this is not her fight. He thinks that he's doing what's best for you. By not involving me. Yeah, by not involving you, it's making it harder for you. I'm sorry. Well, what I like to say is tarot is like a report card, and if you don't like what you hear, it doesn't mean it's set in stone. And if there's anything that you can control or influence yourself, you can definitely change the outcome in that way. But we can't control what other people do. And I like utilizing tarot as a as a tool to understand further, to help not understand in a sense like we're going to get all the answers, but help better understand how we need to move forward as individuals. I do think sometimes tarot gets abused. I think everyone at some point falls prey to that. I myself have done that before, and we have to figure out when it's a good time for us to pull back from it. But I think as long as we're not using tarot as a crutch, it can definitely be helpful. But sometimes we can rely on it a lot. And it can, I don't know. I think if we rely on it too much, then we can start feeling very confused. So if you're feeling like it's too much, if you're feeling like you shouldn't, need to pull back yourself from something like this to kind of get clarity on your own, I respect it. And I not only respect it, but I encourage it if that's what you're feeling. But I get it, Lala. Like, I get it. Having someone in your life that's not communicating with you is very difficult. um Torturous even. I I'm sad for you that you're going through this, and I wish that there was something I could say to make things better for you. um I know. I feel like with the temperance card, he's saying I'm this isn't over. This is what I need to do right now. You're not going to give up, but moving differently. I know. What to expect this week? What can she expect this week? What can she expect this week? Yeah. Um, I'm hearing sanctuary, regrouping, meditation, um, introspection. So this week does feel pretty quiet for you guys, and maybe that's not anything new. I feel like there's, again, while he sorts through this mess, he feels inclined to um, keep to himself. But I do have the Six of Pentacles in the Four of Wands here. And so that indicates to me that he's got something up his sleeve. He has something that he is planning when it comes to you. I don't know if that's going to come through this week, but it may be something that he's working on this week. Six of Pentacles talks about like a gift, a gesture, like a romantic gesture. Four of Wands indicates reunion. Um, the world feeling like whole again, not feeling like this, like broken or fragmented. And Page of Wands says good news. So I feel like if it doesn't happen this week, this gesture that I'm talking about, it's something that he's planning this week for you. But I feel like there's something kind of underway here. Outside of that, though, as far as communication, things might still be pretty quiet. You feel like you've been robbed of something. You have no doubts he's planning, but he just mishandled me in the process. Well, I was gonna ask you, like, if you think that you're gonna just, like, what you're gonna do, but I realized that you had mentioned earlier that you're not gonna give up on him, and maybe he has a lot of making up to do, you know? Like, you're gonna be hurt by this. And the sad part is, Lala, is that this is something that's gonna be, it's going to take a lot to come back from this. That's what I feel. I feel like you're extremely hurt right now, and you feel extremely alone right now. And this is probably something that's going to affect you for years and years to come until he addresses it, until he explains himself, until he um, can make sense of it himself. It's always going to be confusing for you. And I think that, once you guys feel stable again, you feel secure, meaning like you guys are living together, have a house together, get married, whatever would make you feel secure. This is still going to be in the back of your mind as something that really hurt you. And I think it's going to take a long time to get over this if you ever do. Unfortunately, with I think men and women are very different in uniquely amazing ways, but I think from my experience, men can tend to, especially if they're more in their masculine, can tend to compartmentalize. And it's weird. It's almost like they can just shut off their feelings for a little while if they need to. Um, and I've seen it, I've witnessed it. And I feel like maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's shutting you out, shutting you off because he has other things he needs to focus on right now. And that's hurtful for you because you feel kind of left behind. Maybe a word that you would feel is like abandonment. Maybe you feel abandoned by him. And that's tough. That is a deep wound that's going to take a long time to get over. It's going to take and require years and years of effort and him pouring himself back into you and him showing up for you and committing to you and proving to you how much he means to you. So it's like, I don't think that he realized like how profound this is right now. What a big deal this is right now. I don't think he's really fully understood the repercussions of this action. Right. And you're looking for an explanation. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the day that you come in and say things are getting better. But until then, I'm here for you. And I'm sorry you're going through this. And I hope that things can get better sooner than later. Hey, Jasmine. Welcome back. You're welcome, Lala. All right. Next up, we have Tina. Tina with a mini. All right, is he genuine? Is he genuine? Hmm. Tina, this one is for you. So, Tina, you gotta watch out for this one. You gotta watch out for this guy. I'm sorry to say. I feel like he is deeply sentimental. Absolutely. He's coming through as the King of Cups. Very Scorpio energy. I think he's a person of depth. I think he's a person of sentimentality. Um, I think that he can get very attached and protective to things, and um, there's definitely a depth to him for sure. But I asked if he was as interested as he presents, and I am getting a no. So the Five of Wands is the card that I have here. This indicates like competition. This indicates like struggle or issues or hardship or whatever. Essentially, this is just not an agreeable situation for you to invest in with him without fully maybe getting the full scope. Really kind of like prospecting him. What is the word? Scouting him. Essentially, just like asking all the right questions, getting the right intel. I wouldn't just jump into this with both feet because I see that there might be some deeper seated issues here with the Five of Wands. This may also indicate I'm not necessarily getting this message, but I am letting you know another interpretation is that you may be in competition with other people for his attention. And or if you are um, involved with someone else, he may be interested in the pursuit of trying to win you and the challenge of trying to win you rather than actually being as interested as he is presenting. So, um, sometimes people like this are just here to win. So, I think that as a friend, as a companion, as far as the platonic company, I think that this is like, a decent person. But I asked if like he was genuine, and I'm also getting a no with the Nine of Wands. Spirit saying keep your guard up. Stay guarded with this person. I just don't necessarily know if these are the conditions in which you would want to develop a relationship with someone. I do question his motives. I see here with the Nine of Pentacles is that he's typically a very independent type of person, meaning that he's not really here for like true love, commitment. He's more of like a do his own thing when he wants and like not really be super attached to other people. Um, not to stereotype or try to generalize on this sun sign, but there's not a single Scorpio that I know that's not been in it for themselves. So, I think that it really depends on like other factors, his personality, other ruling planets, things like that. That could a deep dive could be done on his particular sign, but with these cards here, it's indicating to me that you have to watch your back with people like this. I don't like seeing Five of Wands. I don't like seeing Nine of Wands. I don't like seeing independent energy. This person who kind of just like flies by the seat of their pants and just does what they want when they want. I don't see him being the type of person who wants to be in a committed relationship. I think he's interested in a lot that comes from a relationship, but I don't know if he's really wanting one himself. Um, And, sometimes they say, like, watch a Scorpio because you may get stung. It's just one of those things where I'm not saying all Scorpios are bad people or anything like that. I'm just saying that with this as your sun sign and potentially other ruling planets, a lot of the times it's feeling like there may be more selfish tendencies. But again, he is a person of depth. He is a person of deep sentimentality as you're asking, but essentially you're asking three different questions. And as far as being interested, as he presents her as genuine, I think you need to tread lightly. That's essentially the message that I'm getting here. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say outside of that. Basically, Spirit's advice here is that if you do pursue this person, that you don't jump in with both feet, that you ask questions, get to know them further. Don't just like jump into something with them, jump into bed with them. Don't like invest in this until you really feel like you've put them to the test and that like you're really seeing their true colors. That's essentially like the message that I'm getting. Because, at the end of the day, you have to make this decision for yourself, but it just doesn't feel good to me. All right. Next up, we have Smiley. Smiley, I have you down for a BOGO. You can post your questions. Oh. Smiley, you can post your question. Yes, Tina, you're very welcome. Smiley, are you here? Okay, I don't know where Smiley went. I liked her donation. She checked in about 30 minutes ago. I wish that I could like send you guys messages. Okay, Jasmine, let's go ahead and do yours. I don't want to waste any more time because I do have to get going. So Jasmine, we'll work on you. Jasmine, I have you down for an in-depth. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do Jasmine. Question is from your guide, so you just finally once and for all leave Jay behind. Okay. All right, let's see. You're gonna laugh. You know what? Let me confirm. Hold on. Let me get my pendulum here because I got the exact same card, I believe, that I got before yesterday when you asked this question. Okay, this is for Jasmine. I'm getting a no. I got a 5 of cups. We'll have to go back to last night and see what I said, but I got the 5 of cups. which I think is what I got last night. I could be wrong, but I also checked with the pendulum and I got a no again. I feel like though your gut is telling you to do that. Your gut is telling you to leave this person behind. So I'm like, is spirit putting you through like an intuition test right now? Like, why am I continuing to get a no? Why am I getting a no, spirit? Why are you saying no? Why are you saying no? King of Cups. Why are you saying no? Wait, hold on. Would you be friends with this person or would you just be interested in a romantic connection? Maybe we've been looking at this all the wrong way. You know what I'm going to ask? This is what I'm going to ask. Should you leave Jay behind once and for all in a romantic way? Should Jasmine leave Jay behind once and for all in a romantic way? Oh my god, I got the 5 of Cups again, and I swear to god I shuffled. What the heck? Okay, I still don't understand. I thought maybe Spirit was saying you can be friends with him, like maybe he just would be a good friend to you. Why should she not leave Jay behind? Why should she not leave Jay behind? Do you think it's an intuition test? Why should she not leave Jay behind? I mean, I'm asking why you should not leave Jay behind, and I'm getting 8 of Cups, the Tower. All of this is like not good. Why should she not leave Jay behind? The Devil is also not good. This might be an intuition test, Jasmine, to see what you'll choose. Maybe this is not for Spirit to decide. Hey, Smiley. So I have you down for a BOGO. If you want, just leave your question with me, at least one of them, one of the two, and I'll be with you next. See, these are all not good. Gunner! Hold on. My cats are getting into stuff. These are all not good cards. I've got Ace of Swords in reverse, 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands, the Devil, the Tower, the 8 of Pentacles. And I'm like, if this is the energy, why are you saying no? Why aren't you saying yes, it's a good idea? Hold on. My cat is trying to get into the cabinets right now. And I cannot. You know, I got child locks on everything. I have child locks. I don't have children. Do I have children? No. I have child locks on everything. But unfortunately, the way some of these cabinets are set up, they don't make child locks that are compatible. And it's one thing to get into a regular cabinet, but our cabinets, they like lead to behind the stove or the oven. And unfortunately, that means that he would go into the walls of our house. And I just don't feel like dealing with that tonight. Jasmine, this is what I'm going to say. I feel like you need to follow your gut. You're very much mind made up, looking for confirmation somewhere else. And sometimes we have all the information we need within us. And it's possible that if this is going to affect your life purpose, your higher self, your own evolvement and personal development, spirit will not interfere with that. And it's very rare, but there are times where spirit will come through with a very confusing message that I don't even understand. And I think it's possible that they're doing this to tell you that you have to do what you think is best. You can't look anywhere else outside of you for this confirmation. And I think it's incredible that I've gotten the 5 of Cups so many times. When you specifically asked this question, I don't think that's a coincidence that I'm getting out of 78 cards, I'm getting that card multiple times in a row. That to me almost feels like a prank. Like it almost feels like a prank. So, I think do what you feel is best. If it were me and I were you, I think I would make the same decision that you're making. So maybe just back off. Maybe just do what you already intended on doing. And, wait and see. Just let things play out the way they're going to play out. Don't make any like crazy decisions right now, but just remove yourself from the situation and just be an observer rather than a participant. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. We can definitely see, as things change, but I'm never going to be the type of reader. I don't know about anyone else. If you go to someone else, they might tell you differently, but I'm never going to be the type of reader that says, "Oh, what's your intuition telling you?" "Oh, okay, ignore that." Never. Never. I don't even see myself superior or authority enough to say I should override your own intuition. That would never be me. Um, I'm never going to tell you to go against what you're feeling intuitively to do. I'm just here to try to help you understand your intuition. I'm here to try to help you get clarity or confidence in your decisions moving forward, to help you understand what's best for you. But no one can make that choice but you. And I just, yeah, absolutely. You're so welcome. Um, Thank you for stopping by. Again, thank you for the donation, and also thank you for being here. I know that you were waiting a little while, so I appreciate you. We are going to now move to Smiley. Thanks again, Jasmine. Okay. Wait, where did my deck go? Okay, there it is. All right, so Smiley. You said that you were on the phone. Okay, first one is about Lamont. He's been trying to fly out for the longest, and you're curving him. The yes and no question said yes. That's why I said put me last. I don't even remember what we asked. Let me see. Oh, your question was about should you go? Should you go? Okay, I remember now. And you gotta guess. Okay. So, Smiley, I'm here. I'm caught up now. So you said that Lamont keeps trying to fly you out. Your yes no said that you should go, but I'm not clear what your question is like to follow up to that. What are you asking me? Read his energy? Okay. Sure. All right, let's see. All right, why does he keep trying to fly her out? What is his energy here? What is his energy? Okay, so he's had some kind of breakthrough, I guess, in like an idea or a plan. So it's saying like he has like all these new ideas that he wants to talk to you about. My eyebrow is twitching. That's so crazy. He got money, but you don't talk to people just because they have some, not my character, but he keeps trying, so I want to know, should I invest in this? I'm getting that he's coming through with the truth. We have Ace of Swords and Justice, and we also have the Chariot. So it's saying that he's very much clear. He's like clear thinking. I don't think that he's wishy washy at the moment. I don't think he's in and out energy. Um, he's got like all these new plans, thoughts, ideas, strategies, whatever this is, but he's coming through as trying to do what's fair, what's right, what's the best for everyone. And the chariot here just indicates like straightforward, direct. Um, I'm fully in or I'm all in. He's got hard work, focus, and dedication and discipline as like the main energy here. Very ambitious, very determined. Um, he's not going to give up. That's what I'll say. He's 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 like I'm gonna you're gonna give me you're gonna tell me yes. Like I'm not gonna give up here. I feel like he's very very persistent about this. Um, to me, it seems legit. It feels like he's on top of things, like he's being honest with you. Um, let's see, is this a good investment for her? Now, you're referring to this as an investment like in business or romantically or both? Is this a good investment for her? Is this a good investment for her? So they're saying go out and see what this is about. If he's willing to put it on his own dime, there's no reason that you can't get like a trip out of it. The one thing that they're throwing down as a flag is that making sure that whatever you agree to is giving you some sense of autonomy, like making sure that you have some sense of control. Um, because I think what they're worried about is you feeling trapped or you feeling confined or you feeling restricted, being stuck in a situation that you don't feel like you have control of or authority or a say. And so they don't want you to feel this way. They still want you to have your liberties. Um, I don't really know what he wants, so I was trying to see if I should put any type of energy towards this. I thought from the start he just wanted an S word and trying to see if he's still no, sorry, trying to see if he's trying to be a sugar daddy. That's what they're talking about here is like contracts, like obligation, you getting yourself involved in something that you feel like you can't get out of. So I think that essentially Spirit is saying go see what he wants, go see what this is all about. um but they're saying that you need to look out for yourself. um you need to make sure that you have liberties and you have autonomy and you have flexibility and you're not putting yourself in a situation where you feel trapped or stuck. um but he's very persistent. Like I feel like he knows what he wants and he's going to do whatever it takes. So that does give you the upper hand. We have the magician here. So I feel like he wants you enough that the magician here is saying that you can use that as leverage in this situation. I don't necessarily think this is a good romantic relationship for you. Like if you feel like you're obligated to do something, like trapped is in like you feel like you need to reciprocate or you owe him something. Um like you feel like you're stuck in a situation you can't get out of or that would be uncomfortable for you to navigate. So, I mean, my thing is you can go see what he has to say. If he's yeah, no, I completely understand. Yeah, no, I get that. I completely get it. Uh I feel like, depending on where he's at, where he wants to fly you to, if it's a place that you want to go, I mean, you can ride on his dime if you want. Um, but I think you need to make it clear to him that this is not, as far as relationships go, this is not for you if you're not interested. And that, you're looking for different opportunities. So get yourself a free trip, girl, but make sure that you're using your power to your leverage. Like you're taking advantage of like the fact that he wants you and make decisions based off of do you feel like this is in alignment with you, your values, and who you are. He seems like the type of person that always gets his way. So that is the one thing that's got me a little bit questioning. I would recommend that if you're gonna go, um, that you make some demands up front. You say, if you want me to come, I will, but these are some things that I want, and one of the things being your own hotel room. Like I wouldn't be staying somewhere with him, not right off the bat. Um, I would say like I want my own place. Um, like these are some things that I want guaranteed to me. What's funny? Me personally, I don't want to, but things haven't been going my way lately. Ugh, I know. Um, do you by chance remember when I told you yes about the trip? Do you remember what card I got? Do you have any memory of that? You just want to enjoy life a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you set your demands. My thing is that if you tell him, okay, if you just say like, "Look, I'll come. I'm down to have a good time. I don't really know what you want from this, but, sure, if you want to pay for me to come out there, I'll consider it, but the only way I'm going to come is if, you get me my own place to stay." Um and I have the itinerary as far as like flights are concerned, because I would want to see a ticket. I would want to make sure that I have a round trip, not like a "you're gonna hold me hostage" kind of thing. I'd want my own place. If you don't, especially if you don't know him like that, I wouldn't. Or I'd be like, my condition is that you pay for me and a friend, and we have our own place. Like, I don't know, use your power to your advantage. And if he's like, "Oh no," or you're getting weird feelings about it, then don't go. But I think there's nothing wrong with getting a free trip out of something. But it doesn't mean that you have to pursue this. You know what I mean? Okay, IJ, I got you. What is your second question, Smiley? I know him to a certain extent. It's crazy how we met because I really know his girlfriend. Oh my gosh. Sounds scandalous. I want to ask about the DJ Ron. I see him looking at my story today, wondering wondering would he come back into my energy. All right. DJ Ron. DJ Ron. You know what? I don't. I feel like I have a decent memory of stuff when you guys refresh it, but I, for some reason, am blanking on this person. Would he come back into her energy, please? Would he come back into her energy? They are showing he's in observation mode, but he's liking what he's seeing. There's interest here. The Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands. Definitely more like watching, noticing, watching, waiting, observing. But I think that you definitely could hear from him again. Let me see if I can get some more specifics. Would he come back into her energy? Please show me a yes or a no. Would he come back into her energy? I am getting a yes. I have the Nine of Cups. So he's got his eye on you. That's for sure. The Sun here and the Queen of Wands just indicates like a lot of warmth. Like he's very much drawn and attracted to you and your content, or your just you yourself. They're kind of showing me an image of a deer in the headlights with like this warm energy, just like very much voom, like it just like sucked or magnetized to you right now. So I feel like there's more to come from this, dot dot dot, to be continued. And I feel like you're gonna see him watching your stories like more consistently. um you said he's your favorite artist, DJ, exchange numbers. He went ghost after you couldn't meet him the next day after the concert. Wait, this is actually coming back to me a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I don't remember fully, but it's starting to come back to me. Um I feel like there's genuine interest in you, Smiley, and maybe feeling like he shouldn't have maybe walked away from this so quickly or something like that. He's feeling like luck is on his side now, the Sun, and then the Nine of Cups also indicates that as well, and wish fulfillment. So you might even start getting like reactions from him on your stories. So, for example, like sending you a heart or some kind of like message in response to what you're posting. He remembers you. I have the Sun again. I would say yes, but I'll ask about the type because I have the Queen of Wands, and that will always indicate you being his type. Don't tell me that. If she is type. If she is type. If she is type. Is she his type? He definitely remembers you. We have the Six of Cups here. So this is associated with memories, aka remembering. And I am getting yes that you are his type. Not in the sense that like you look like every other girl he's talked to, but he will look at you and say, "Oh yeah, that's definitely the type of girl I would go for." Don't get in your head about it. He said, "Don't tell me that." I think that you'll see more from that. Yeah, definitely more watching your stories. So, not to get super obsessive or anything about it, but definitely keep an eye on who's watching. The thing is that when we watch people's stories, we know they can see that we're seeing it. It's like one of the things where you can like who's watched your stuff. And I feel like there's some type of like ulterior motive when you do that, is like someone's watching your stuff and you're like, "Oh, I'm curious about you. I want to see what you're posting." And I know that you're going to see that I saw. So there's also like this cheekiness to it. Yeah, don't say anything. Like just let him come to you. It'd be really funny if you start posting like more selfies and pictures of yourself and stuff like that. Also, keep in mind, too, with anything, is that, if he is a DJ, he's a musician, like, you're probably not the only one either. So, like, for some reason, I'm being called to tell you that. Um, So definitely play it cool, because here's the thing, he's probably so used to people coming to him. You know what I'm saying? So be the girl that's not doing that. Be the girl that's not flooding his inbox. Be different. Yeah, post more. Thank you, Smiley. Have a good night. All right, this is for IJ. For those of you who are still hanging out, I'm not sure who's still in here. I am working on my last donation of the night. I will be here tomorrow, and then I'm going to be off on Monday and Tuesday. So, last reading of the night. We didn't hit our giveaway, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll try again tomorrow. Definitely gonna let him come to me. Thank you. You're welcome. Absolutely. All right. So working on last reading of the night for IJ channeled message. All right, IJ, this is for you. Hopefully you're in here. Smiley, have a good night. Thanks again. You know what song I have stuck in my head? REO Speedwagon. Is it called I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore? I feel like the second I started tapping into your energy, IJ. Yeah, Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. That song is stuck in my head. That release date was in 1984. It is a very old song, but for some reason that is popping in my head right now. Says, I can't fight this feeling any longer, and yet I'm still afraid to let it flow. What started out as friendship has grown stronger. I only wish I had the strength to let it show. I tell myself I can't hold out forever. I said there is no reason for my fear because I feel so secure when we're together. You give my life direction. You make everything so clear. And even as I wander, I keep you in sight. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. And I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. Anyways, there's more to it, but I feel like that's your connection with her right now. Sometimes I'm a huge music fan. It's like ingrained in me. Very, very artistic, creative people in my family. And I'm talking like people who have worked with famous people. I have like an uncle who's marrying in, and he's a director and he's doing something for Netflix. And I have an other uncle that passed away, and he was a storyboard artist for like big films and movies, things like Jurassic Park and Indiana Jones and all of that. My aunt's been in commercials with Kevin Hart. Another aunt that I had was in a Super Bowl commercial that just aired a couple months ago. Like, when I tell you Oh, and then I have another cousin that's a photographer for celebrities and artists. And when I say that, like, I have such creative people, dancers, singers, artists, photographers, poets. My great grandfather was a published poet. Um, it's just arts are so, so, so strong in my family. And yes, you said you love music. So I'm the same way. And I noticed because of that connection to music that I have, I sometimes will like hear music when I'm doing readings, and I always feel inclined to tell you when that happens. Yes, creativity is in our blood. It's wild. It's wild. Um, and the thing is that it's the type of creativity that gets fame. You know what I mean? So, I just feel like it's so important that if I hear music, I tell you. So keep in mind, it's a song that's very 80s. It's been probably on commercials before, so it's like the tune might sound familiar to you. But look at the lyrics more than anything. That's super important. But that's just a little tidbit of information. If I hear songs, I'll let you know because I think that's important. Hey, Elisa, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Good, good, good. So yes, this is the song that I'm getting for your connection. So let's tap in a little bit further. That's up your alley. Perfect, perfect. I know you're closing off next time. Yeah, Elisa, I'll be back tomorrow night. If you're interested, I'll be here tomorrow evening. Probably around the same time. I've been here for a couple hours. I think my live stream started around 9. So probably similar timing tomorrow, like between 9 and 10 maybe. So try back then. All right, messages for IJ or from NF to IJ. Italy, is that where you live or are you visiting? My gosh, so early. Messages from NF to IJ, please. Okay, so IJ, working on you now, of course. I've already mentioned that 70,000 times, but I wanted to let you know that there are kind of like some things that are coming through as I'm doing your reading. So this song was one of the things. I'm also hearing Christmas. So Christmas time, Christmas season, something along those lines, I think might be important for your connection with her. Oh, nice. Elisa, that's so cool. I would love to go to Italy. Never been. I've actually never been outside the country. Messages from NF to IJ, please. She loves Christmas. I want to. I will. I'm going to stop saying I want to do things. I'm going to start saying I am going to do them. So I am. I'm coming to Italy. I don't know when, but I'm coming to Italy. Messages from NF to IJ, please. I think I'm about halfway done, IJ. She's very talkative tonight. So, okay, let me save this and send it to you again. Okay. I can tell that she is kind of like getting to this point where she might be ready for a reunion with you. Oh, you're listening to it now? Um, I think that was a song at my wedding, actually, now that I think about it. I think that song was on my playlist. Um, I feel like for her, she is feeling not quite, which is why it didn't come out in the automatic writing, but I think that she's working up to the like wanting to meet up with you, like wanting to like see you in person or hang out with you or something along those lines. So she says, for the longest time, I felt like my indecision was hurting you, like I was holding you back in some way. But you are so steady and unfazed by my scatteredness that it soothes me and helps me to see that this isn't scaring you or hurting you. And I can tell, no, and I can't tell you how much your silent and unwavering devotion has carried me through some dark times. You just hang out in the shadows of my mind, patient and kind, and it means everything. Oh, that sounds like a poem. I would like to hear from you again soon. Feel free to reach out. I'm actively working on myself, letting go of the past. I see things differently, and when I look back, I can tell I am getting better. Trying to focus on the future and less on what has come to pass. I feel good about this. And at the end, I felt like I was gonna write like I want to reconnect soon, but it didn't feel quite right to say that. So I obviously didn't. I only like to write what flows freely, but I don't know. There's just like something here in this just felt so pretty and poetic in this. Um, Just like you are so steady and unfazed by my scatterness that it soothes me and helps me to see that this isn't scaring you or hurting you. And I can't tell you how much your silent and unwavering devotion has carried me through some dark times. You just hang out in the shadows of my mind, patient and kind, and it means everything. And just something about that little expert just felt so pure and so sweet. So I'll let you sit with that, but I did send it to you, so feel free to read over everything if you want. Um, Let me see. Yeah, it should be in your inbox now. And that's what I've got for you, IJ. I hope you enjoyed your reading. That goes along with the earlier read about what she feels when she pulls on my energy and why. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're right. It does. Um, when she says, like, it soothes her. Yeah, that makes sense. I couldn't remember what I had said. But, yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for letting me tap into y'all's energy. I think you could be looking forward to hanging out with her in the days to come. I'm not exactly sure when, but I feel like she's feeling maybe a little bit better place and maybe wanting to see you or talk to you more or something like that. You're welcome. Okay. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I will be back tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night. You're welcome, IJ. Have a good evening, everyone. I will see you tomorrow.